Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how I got the look that I have in my profile picture. That look is filtered with an Instagram filter just to make it look a little bit darker, but this is the completed look. This is what I did for that picture, red lip and all. So hopefully you guys like it and you guys want to see that. I've been asked a couple of times to do it, so this is for you guys. If you have any questions, please listen down below and I will answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, so I already have my hair clipped back. I have my moisturizer and my beauty oil on because I am super dry right now. So the next step is going to be primer. And I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water again. But then I let it dry. And I have my damp Real Techniques Beauty Blender that I'm going to be putting on my Superstay Better Skin Foundation with. I'm going to try to go through this a little bit faster than last time, except for on the parts that are different. So I just take one pump and I just start dabbing it on my face. My face is really broken out lately. All right. I really bounce it a lot. I just want to make sure it's all blended. And then once I feel like I don't have like a bunch on my beauty blender, I just kind of rub it down a little bit. No one wants a line. Alright. For concealer for under my eyes, and then I also put it on my little spots everywhere, the NYX HD concealer. This is the lightest one, CW01. It's the HD concealer. I'm just going to put it in the corner of my eye, a little bit on the lid. I'll have everything linked down below. In my previous video, I used the exact same, well, in my first video, I used the exact same products, so I'll have them linked below in this video, though. This one is kind of more my skin tone, so I don't mind, like, getting my little spots with it. We have one right here. That's good enough. And then for my eyes, I also use MAC Prep and Prime and Radiant Rose. Put that in the corner of my eye. Just makes it a little more radiant. And I don't really like to bring the concealer down like under my eye. Really, I crease really bad, so this actually helps. It covers and it brightens. I look crazy right now. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and I'm gonna blend it all out. The faces you make when you do things like this. Gonna get this spot down here. When you're covering spots, make sure not to rub. Make sure to just pat. That way you don't lose all the product and all the coverage from the product that you just put on. Alright, and then I take a little bit of whatever's left over and I put it on my forehead because I always get this spot right here. It's always there for some reason. I always have a pimple there. So, just gonna dot over that. Make sure my nose is nice and covered. Alright. Next step, I'm going to set my under eyes with the Bare Skin Concealer in Well Rested. And I'm going to use my Target brush. It's like the little one of this one. I also have the bigger one that I use to powder with. These are really nice brushes for Target. I really like them. I've used this one under my eyes for a while now. As you can tell, because it's super dirty. So I just pat it in my inner corner and I kind of pat it out underneath. I really try to look up the whole time. Sometimes it's hard. And I drag whatever's left over on my brush over my lid, just so it doesn't crease up there. Although I feel like I always have a crease up there, no matter what I do to set it. I feel like I always have a crease on my eyelid. Then I'm going to get more powder and do the same on the other side. Alright, under eyes are done. We're going to powder now. I'm using Mary Kay Mineral Powder Foundation in Ivory 1. I really like this powder. And again, I'm using the big Target brush. I really don't know. I think it's the Up and Up brand. I really think it's the Target, the Target Off brand that they carry. I think that's what this brand of this brush is. But I just have a little bit in the lid, and then I just kind of dab it in there. And then I go in circular motions, kind of buffing it in. If I'm having a really bad, if I'm having really bad dry skin on my face, I do not go in circular motions because it kind of lifts up all of the dead skin. I will just kind of dab if I have a lot of dry skin. But right now I don't. On my cheeks, around my nose I'll definitely dab because it's so dry there. Put some on the chin. Plus you move the product around a lot when you buff in. You don't really want to put a lot of powder on your face in general, but and when I don't have like anything left on my brush, I just bring it down my neck. Just so I make sure there aren't any lines. As you can tell, I'm definitely a different color. I'm so white compared to my face, but can't really tell as much in winter. Long sleeves. So next up is going to be eyebrows. And I just used the Benefit Gimme Brow. I did just get my hair done yesterday, so I'm not sure if I'm going to need to darken up my brows. I went darker than I really ever have, trying to get rid of the red. I love it so far. It's really nice. And I'm just using my NARS Laguna bronzer to put this in my lid. Not my lid, my crease. I like to use what I have, and this looks really nice in my crease. So I just take it, I just kind of swirl it in there, and then I tap off the excess, and I just go right in. See, there's always creases. So I just go right in. I just want to add like a little bit of definition. I'm not really going in, I'm not really doing this to have like a dramatic eye look or anything. I just didn't want to leave this bare for the red lip. I don't want to do too much if I'm going to be wearing a red lip. Not that I wear a red lip often, but... So I'm literally just putting this in my crease and blending it out. I start off with my eye closed, but then I open it as I'm going. I'm just going to do that to the other side. See? Creases. Doesn't matter what I do. If you have any tips for that, please let me know, because I have tried everything that I can think of to not have creases. Alright, so once that's in there, I do use the Sigma E40 brush just to make sure that it's not like crazy harsh lines or anything. Just blend it out really, really well. And then what I did was, I just took this little Morphe E18 brush, and I took the Becca, this trio. What is it called? It's the Jaclyn Hill. It's so dirty. It's the Jaclyn Hill one that she collaborated with. It's got Champagne Pop, Blush, Copper, and Pearl. So what I did is I took this brush and I just dipped it in Pearl, which is the lightest shade, if you can't see. It's this white shade. And I just put it on my lid, like super close to my lash line. And I did this on both sides, obviously. And then I went back in with the end of this one, first one that we used, and then I just kind of blended it together. I feel like we need a little bit more on my left side. Dab it in there. There we go, that's better. Blend that on out. So that's literally everything I did for the eyes in that picture. Now we're gonna move on to the bronzer. I kind of contour with it. I know you're not supposed to contour with bronzers. It's really hard for me to find a contour shade though. I did order one from MAC, which was like their lightest one. Let me get it real quick. It's called Bone Beige. And to me, that looks super, super yellow. Like, why did I say yellow? Orange. It looks super orange. Like compared to the... Yeah, see, compared to Laguna bronzer, this seems super orange, and that's supposed to be a contour shade. I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be the right one for me, but to me that just seems so orange. And I do use it every now and then, but it's not the first thing that I go for. So I am using, to contour my face, a Morphe E8 brush. It's just this like super dense rounded brush. I really, really like this because it gets right in that hollow. So I'm just gonna swirl and tap. So what I do to find my cheekbones, because I'm a bigger girl, so you can't really see my cheekbones so well until I contour them. So for me to see them, I make the weirdest face. I like suck in my cheeks and I lean over to the side to create that shadow, and then I just follow that shadow. So go like this, I just suck in one side and I lean over and I find that shadow. So you see that line? That is where I naturally have a shadow on my face. So, well, if I had my cheekbones that were sticking out a little bit more, I'd have the shadow. So I just go, and I go from my hairline and I go about to the end of my eyebrow. The reason I do that is because I find if I bring things too far in, my face looks a lot more round. That's just my personal preference. If you want to bring it in a little bit more, then by all means go ahead and do that. I just feel like my face looks really round if I do that. So I just bring it to about there and then I blend it out. I always blend it up a little bit. I never blend it down. You never want to blend it down because you don't want it to look muddy under here. So after I have that line, I go in a little bit of a circular motion just to blend it out. And then swirl and tap and do the same thing on the other side. Make that weird face and lean over. See that line? And now I'm going in circular motions and just blending it out. All right, so my next step, oh, I forgot my temples. Okay. My temples and my forehead. Just use the same brush and I just kind of run it along. I have a little forehead, so I'm pretty careful about not putting too much because I don't want my forehead to appear too much smaller than what it already looks. A little bit more on there. And then I just use whatever's left to run it along the very front, right by the hairline. My hair looks crazy right now. All right, so that is done. And now I'm going to go on to blush. I am using Blushed Copper in the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette. This is what I use every single day. I do still like my Rose Gold by Jaclyn Hill, or why did I say by Jaclyn Hill, by Becca. But it's not in this palette, and it's just easier to take everything from this because I literally use like almost all three of these shades every single day. And I'm pale enough that I can use this as a blush and it's just fine, and it's like a glow from within kind of blush and not like a, you know, I'm really hot kind of blush. So I just dab in there, and I'm using a Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush, and I just get a little bit on there, tap it out, and then I start from the very outside. And I feather it forward. Oh my gosh, that looks nuts. It really doesn't look like that in real life, I promise. And then we're gonna blend out. This I bring a little bit further forward than I do the contour. Because again, that's what works for me. Dabbing that in there. And then the next step, highlighter. So I use the Luxie 504 large angled brush. I'm just gonna dip that in Champagne Pop. I'm gonna put it on my cheekbones. And then I'm gonna just dab it in the front right here. So when I'm done with that, I do just dab a little bit up here of my highlighter, down my nose just a little bit. I don't like to put any excess product on there. I don't like my face to look shiny. So I am going to curl my eyelashes. Okay. So today for mascara, I'm using the Telescopic Carbon Black. This is a new one. Like new, like I just bought it new. So there's a lot of product on the wand, so sometimes there's just too much, so I have to be careful when I'm putting it on. Alright, so next, I'm so sorry about the glare from my glasses. It's gonna be there. I'm still working on my lighting, but I do have to put on my glasses because I can't see this far away. I mean, I could move the mirror a little bit closer, but then it would be all up in the frame, so I'm sorry about the glare. Alright, so I am going to use lip liner from NYX. It just says retractable lip liner. It's in red. I have a lot of practice with lipstick. I don't. I prefer not to wear it. I only wear it every now and then on like a special occasion, or if I'm just feeling feisty and I want to wear it. Like in that picture I was like, ooh, I'm gonna try red lipstick today. So that's what I did. I tried red lipstick and everyone's like, how did you do it? And so leads me here to trying to do red lipstick on camera. So let's get started. So I'm just gonna line my lips. You see, I'm gonna go like this. Alright, and then I'm just gonna fill it in. And you honestly don't have to do that with the next thing that I'm going to use. This is the NARS Cruella Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. I really like this. Like, I really might buy a big one because I really like it. I got this as a birthday gift from Sephora. Birthday gift. This is an awesome birthday gift because I would have never tried this in my life. I would have never even tried red lips ever if I hadn't have gotten this. So I just put this over the lip liner. So that is what I do for my profile picture. That's what I did. This was just a spur of the moment thing that I was like, oh my gosh, I want to wear red lips today. So I just put on red lips and I wore red lips that day. I did take it off throughout the day, to be honest. I'm not a lipstick girl. I like to rub my lips together too much, so that's that. So I'm going to take this clip out of my hair. Alright guys, this is the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed watching it. Please come back to my channel in the future for more videos. Did it stop? No, it didn't. Okay. Bye!